Hey guys, and welcome to part 2 of our flight from Edwards to Santa Monica. As I expressed in the video before, Lord Frites and the Flying Fries really did an amazing job with this plane. I've been flying it with a random failure set to the lucky setting, which needs 4 hours before it injects a failure, so I've been lucky enough not to have to ditch yet. But, excluding the damage element, their XF-11 is a full aircraft. For this being only the second piece of software they've published, I am thoroughly impressed. You just need to take a look at my logbook to see that evidence. 6,000 horsepower from 1946 is one thing, but something that has also fascinated me about the XF-11 is its flight dynamics. Those who have flown it or read about its characteristics are aware of its difficulties to maneuver during landing speeds, which you'll see later in the video. Until the recording and production of this video, my only flying experience was based on stick flying, and the more I looked down at the yoke of this aircraft, the more I was inspired to go for this Honeycomb Alpha yoke. And that has been one of the best decisions I've made so far flight simuling, to be honest. This aircraft feels that much more authentic when controlling it in the way it was designed to be controlled. As I mentioned earlier, at lower speeds, this thing floats around like an airliner, but when this beast is cooking it through a valley like this, it almost handles like a fighter or attacker aircraft. So, while it fulfills that pre-jet age reconnaissance role cruising at 380 knots at 30,000 feet for hours, it can also fly like an attacker at treetop level. It rings true when I read some describe this as a P-38 on steroids. So for now, as we approach the LA area over Burbank, I will now leave you at radio silence to enjoy the cinematic views before our final approach into runway 21 at Kilo Sierra Mike Oscar. Sit back and enjoy the flight. Alright, landing gear is coming down and we are setting flaps to full. There's a lot more lift coming from that full setting of flaps than the third setting. Try to keep the indicated airspeed at around 120 knots, especially if there are any downwind or upwind components, as this thing really likes to fall fast if you get too slow. I'm already needing to put almost full input on the controls to keep it steady and level coming in. Stall speed's right around 90 knots, so we'll try to keep this thing above that, and if we don't, it drops a wing, and we definitely don't want that. Nice. While the XF-11 project never really took off post-World War II, I am stoked that Flying Fries have been able to immortalize its amazing qualities in the sim. It's one of my all-time favorites to fly now, and Lord Frites is putting more work in to optimize this monster further. But for now, keep the blue side up, and I will see you all in the next one.